All right. Okay, so hello, my name is Kieran, and welcome to today's yoga session. Before we start, let's go over the fire exits. Fire exits are just to the front and to the back of the building, and as well, I'm the first aider on site. Also, if anybody has any injuries, feel free to let me know. I've done a risk assessment of the area, so we're in a safe zone. And also, is everybody okay with hands-on adjustments if I need to come and help you out? So we are going to start off today in lying down, which is called corpse pose and savasana. So that's where we lie down with our feet hip width, relaxed, and our hands by our hips. So we'll get into that lying down position. That's it. I'm going to start off with relaxation. So we're just going to take some nice steady breaths. Feel free to shuffle around a little bit if you need to. Get yourself nice and comfortable. I'm going to turn the palms of the hands so they're facing up towards the ceiling. I'm just going to relax. So today's yoga session, we're going to take the time to be here and allow yourself to have this time to fully be here and present in this yoga session. So this first part of the yoga session is relaxation. So if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. And we're going to focus on different areas of the body and just become aware of our body as well. We're going to start with the feet and the toes. So just bring your awareness to your feet. You can give them a little wiggle around if you'd like to. And we'll just try to relax the toes, relax the feet. While still steady, controlled breaths. And I'm going to bring our awareness to our hips, our legs. I'm going to relax that lower part of the body. Just feel those legs sinking deeply into the earth. Now I'm going to bring our awareness to our hands. Just like our feet, we can give our fingers a little bit of a move around. Feel that our hands are there. And just slowly relax the fingers, relax the hands. And we bring that awareness up into the arms, into the shoulders, into the back. And with each breath, we're sinking even more deeply into the ground. So we can get full relaxation before we start this yoga class. And now moving that awareness into the neck, into the head. Allow the head to rest onto the floor. And now the face and the jaw. And we can hold a lot of tension in the face and the jaw from maybe reactions of the day. So we're just going to relax the face, relax the jaw. We're now just going to bring the hands to the abdomen. So bring both hands to the belly. I'd like you to just feel your belly rise and fall with your breath. As we're breathing, feeling that deep breath, bringing that oxygen into the body. Just going to take one more deep breath in and out. going to change direction of the way that we're making circles with your feet. Imagine you're drawing big circles with your toes all the way around. That's lovely. Now keeping that same leg in the air, if you'd like a bit more of a challenge, you can let go of that leg. If not, you can still hold on to it. And we're going to fully bend the knee and then fully extend the knee upwards. So we're bending the knee and then we're extending the knee. So we're warming up the knee joint as well. Well done. Every time we bring that leg straight, have a go at pushing your heel up towards the ceiling as best you can. You can feel that stretching the hamstrings as well. So we're still thinking about making our breath and our movement connect. That's the whole goal of today's yoga session. And we're slowly going to bring that leg back down to the floor. We're going to change legs. So same again, we're keeping that nice steady controlled movement as well. Bringing that leg up slowly. You can hold on if you like to, rotations. Breathing in, the foot comes towards you. Breathing out, extend the foot. Really feel that movement in the ankle. Get around the clicks out. If you haven't already, we can change direction with that. And when you're ready, we can either let go or hold on to the leg. We're going to extend and then bend. Extend and then bend. So we can warm up that knee joint. Getting us ready for the next part of the yoga session. This is going to be all mobility exercises for the whole body. Perfect for an early morning yoga session. And then slowly bring that leg back down. Fully extend it in front of the body. What we're going to do is interlace the fingers and then press the palms up towards the sky. And we're warming up the wrists now. And then from there, we're pressing up towards the sky. And then as you breathe in, you're going to fully extend the arms behind you as if you're doing that morning stretch. Full body morning stretch. And then as you breathe out, you're going to bring the hands back up to above the chest. And in your own time, you're just going to go between the two. This is warming up the shoulder joint and warming up the wrists, even the fingers as well. We breathe in. We breathe out. Just really feel that stretch. Really enjoy that stretch at the bottom as well. If you want to hold it for a little bit longer, hold it for a little bit longer. one more of those forwards. And back to centre. So more breath connection as we breathe in. We're going to be in the centre as we breathe out. We're going to turn, so this is a seat twist. We're going to try and look up, and we're going to take our gaze towards the back of the room, to the top corners of the room. So as we breathe in, we're in the centre. As we breathe out, we turn. That's it. As we breathe in, centre. As we breathe out, we'll turn. So we keep going. Warming up that spine. And we just go for one more. We're starting to feel a little bit more looser, a little bit. This is slow and steady mobility to start with. We're now going to do some side moves. So as we breathe in the centre, as we breathe out, we come into the side. As we breathe in, we come to the centre. As we breathe out, we go to the opposite side. That's it. Just take it as far as you can go. You don't need to go all the way down if you can. Do one more on each side. We've done all our seated mobility. We're going to move to hands and knees. I'll just do a demonstration before we start. We can go up to our hands and knees. We'll do cat and cow. So from here, we'll get our hands right underneath our shoulders. We want to get our knees and hips in line. And from here, you can have your feet flat or your toes up against the mat. And as you breathe out, you're going to push the back up towards the ceiling as if you've got something coming underneath you and you're trying to make a bridge. As you breathe in, you're going to push that belly down towards the floor. And we're going to look up, and you want to connect your breath as you're breathing in and you're breathing out. So when you're ready, go for it. That's it. So as you breathe in, you're looking up, pushing the belly down. As you breathe out, pushing it back up towards the sky. Almost trying to spread your shoulder blades. That's it. That's a really nice spine movement to start with. Get the spine warm. Okay, so we're just going to finish with one more on each. Some really good flexibility. Right then, so we're going to now move on to the next section of the yoga class, which is going to be the pulse raising. So we're going to elevate the heart rate and get a little bit of sweat on that. Okay, so if you'd like to stand up and go to the front of your mat, I'm going to show you a demonstration. So if you get into what is called mountain pose, whilst I'm showing you a demonstration, mountain pose is feet shoulder width apart, slight bend in the knees, shoulder blades back, palms of the hands facing towards me, crown of the head facing up, just got a nice posture. So whilst you're in that position, I'm going to do a demonstration of this pulse raising. And we'll do some slow ones after I'll show you as well, so we can get into it. Okay, so from here, it's all about inhale and exhale. Inhale to extended mountain. Exhale to the forward fold. Inhale to lunge. Exhale to downward downward facing dog. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, slowly take yourself down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, mountain pose. That's going to be our course. So we're going to do slow and steady start, but we don't need to do it on every single breath. We're going to hold it for a little bit. Okay, so we're going to start off with our extended mountain. So we just want to get the form correct to start with. Let's have a slight bend in the knees. We're going to have the palms of the hands facing in. And we're going to spread your fingertips, crown of the head facing up. Nice neutral spine. We've done that pretty good. So on the next exhale, you're going to hinge at the hips and take yourself into a forward fold. On your next exhale, forward fold. We're just going to hold that. Just take yourself as far as you can go down. So if you can get your hands down to the mat, then that's really good. You can also use that block. If you can't quite get your hands all the way down, feel free to grab the block and put that block down either lengthways up or sideways, and you can just hold on to that. Okay, we want to relax the shoulders and let the crown of the head face down towards the floor. Okay, on the next inhale, we're going to step back with the left leg into a lunge pose. That's it. What we want to try and do is you can put that back knee on the floor if you'd like to. You can also spread out your fingertips, and that's going to give you some more balance. If you want to keep that back knee up, you're more than welcome to do that. That's a bit more of a challenge. And we're going to try and have our gaze just slightly forward as our chest up as much as we can. On the next exhale, we're going to go to a downward facing dog. We're going to push that front leg back and bring the hips up nice and high into the air and head through the arms. Good, well done. So I want to make sure that the hips are nice and high and that our head is through the arms, the crown of the head facing down towards the mat. And you can have a slight bend in your knees as well if you need to. That way you might be able to get a little bit more mobility in your shoulders. Well done. So on the next inhale, we're going to slowly rock forwards into a plank position. On your next inhale. Nice steady movements. Well done. We're just going to try and hold this strong position with the fingertips still slightly spread out. Strong core. If you like to drop to your knees, you're more than welcome to drop to the knees, take a bit of pressure off. That's it. And on that next exhale, we're going to take yourself down nice and slow, all the way to the mat. Done. And then we're going to inhale, keeping the hips pressed against the mat. We're going to push the chest up. And then have your eye gaze facing forwards. Hold that position. So don't worry if you can't fully straighten your arms, you can still have a slight bend if you'd like to. Now this is going to be a really strong move on this next one. We're going to try and engage the core. I'm going to push the hips back up into the sky, back into a downward facing dog. That's going to be on the next exhale. Looking really good, that was strong, well done. If you'd like to keep a slight bend in the knees, you can do. You can bring the feet in a bit closer if you like, or you can have them a little bit wider, whatever's better for you. On our next inhale, we're now going to bring that left leg forwards into that lunge position. Keep the hands down. And if you'd like to drop that back knee, you can drop that back knee. And then on the next exhale, we'll bring that back leg back up, so we're about hip distance apart into a forward fold. I'm just going to relax the head, relax the shoulders into this forward fold position, which is really, really releasing, really good for the spine, good for the shoulders, and even good for the neck if you let them just relax. breaths when you're holding your main asana pose. We're going to start with extended mountain. So we can all do that together. We've got feet hip width apart. We've got slight bend in the knees. As you breathe in, you're going to reach it up. We're actually just going to hold this pose now for 5 breaths. Just focus on your form position. Let's get the hands over the shoulders, spread the fingertips out. Have the crown of the head facing up towards the ceiling. This is a really grounding pose. Good for your ground. Okay, well done. So keep holding that position. That's looking really strong. So this next one we're going to do is bring ourselves back to just mountain pose here. It's going to be a tree pose in your arms. This is a balancing one. It's good for your feet, good for your ankles, and there's a couple of ways we can do it. We can either bring the toe down to the mat like this, and we can have the hands in prayer. We can bring the foot up to the calf, or if you want even more of a challenge, we can bring that foot all the way up into that inside of the thigh, and then even more of a challenge would be to fully extend the hand. So if you'd like to join me in tree poses, and this is one of our first main asanas, so we're going to be doing this for 10 breaths. What's really good for this one is if you find a point in the room that you can focus on, it does help you balance, but don't worry if you end up being a little bit wobbly, that's normal. Just going to do 2 more breaths. From here we'll slowly bring ourselves back down, and we've got to do the opposite leg. So we're going to bring the opposite side wherever you'd like to go, either to the floor, to the calf, and then bring it up onto that inside of the thigh. Hold this. So if you could even spread your toes out slightly, that does help with balance. That's having that awareness of the feet. I'm just trying to keep that nice neutral spine. Good posture still, shoulders slightly back. And then we just breathe in, just focusing on that breath. We're going to do 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, we can slowly bring ourselves back down to mountain pose every time. So I can do a little demonstration for this next one. We're going to be doing a forwards fold. And that's where you bring yourself to the front of the mat. You take your hips back. So you're taking your hips back and then allowing your whole body to roll forwards. And allowing your shoulders and your head to relax into the stretch. So when you're ready on the exhale, take yourself to your forward fold. counter pose from what we just done. So we've been leaning forward, so we're going to stretch and reach up nice and high. We'll have a little bit of a squeeze in the glutes, but we don't want to rock back too much. Spread them fingertips, crown of the head facing up, and keep that neutral spine. And then eye gaze forwards. We'll hold this just for 5 breaths. That next exhale, let's bring the hands down nice and steady. Okay, if you don't mind going to the centre of your mat and then facing this way, so we can demonstrate this next part. So this next pose, asana, is called extended triangle pose. We're going to I'll do a little demonstration before we start. I'm going to take the feet about 1 metre apart, and what we're going to use this side here is point the toes. Point the toes, we want to line up the heels with that heel, line up the heels, or you can even have the heel in line with the centre of the foot. So if we're pointing our feet towards the front of the room, the toes, from here we're going to have the arms out, and same thing, we're going to hinge, but we're going to hinge laterally, so that's sideways, we're going to hinge sideways, as far as you can, and you can use a block if you'd like to as well, and we're going to look up towards the hand that's in the sky. So if you had 2 lights on your hips, imagine you're shining around it. So you're keeping the hips forward, hips square as you laterally sink down to the side. This is one of our main asanas, so we're going to hold for 10 breaths. That's it, well done. I hope you're going to enjoy doing this one for 10 breaths. Might feel a bit longer this one. Might feel that stretch a little bit more. Just try and relax into it as well. See if you can go a little bit deeper into that stretch. Just going to hold it. Once we've got that feet 1 metre apart on that next inhale, slowly going to squeeze the glutes and bring ourselves back up. So this asana is really good for strengthening the feet, strengthening the ankles, and even strengthening the torso. I'm going to change now, so we're going to put the opposite foot out to the opposite side. Same again. Hinge laterally. We're going to look up towards that hand that's in the sky. If you are struggling with this one a little bit, then feel free to put a hand on your hip, or use a block, or even have a little bit more bend in that front leg, exactly like that as well. You're looking really, really strong to do that. We've got 10 breaths here. Hold up. That's it. Okay, and then on our next inhale, we're going to slowly bring yourself back up. And you're going to come to the front of the mat this time. So the counter for that would also be a forward fold. So we're going to have the feet at the front of the mat, hip width apart, slightly bend the knees, hinge at the hips, and then relax the shoulders and the head into that stretch. So we know what we're doing with the forward fold now. Let's see if we can make this stretch even more intense if you can. Relax into it a little bit more. Slowly bring ourselves, peel ourselves back up, and then come back to facing this way again, because what we need to do is take the feet another metre apart, and you can go wider, and go a little bit closer together, it's completely up to you. I'm going to do a wide leg forward fold. So from here, as you breathe in, inhale, exhale, hinge the hips, and allow your body to fold forward, so have that slight bend in the knees. Relax into this. This is going to be for 10 breaths, one of our main asanas. Holding that asana for a moment. Okay, we're slowly going to peel back up on that in-breath. So back to the front of the mat. This is where we're going to need some strong legs, because we're going to do a chair pose. Have we done chair pose before? No? Okay, so just in the name, it's like feet hip width apart. And we're going to try and sit back and sit into a chair. You can bring them close together if not more of a challenge, but you can also bring them a bit further apart if you need to. You're going to sit your hips back and have your arms up into the air, sitting into this chair pose. We're going to have the gaze forwards. So if you hold that, this is really good for ankle mobility as well. And it's energizing, good for strengthening the legs. We're going to hold this for 5 breaths, because this is only a preparation for the next one. Just holding it there. That's really good. Really good. Nice and slow. I think that's been 5 breaths, hasn't it? Let's slowly bring ourselves back up. Okay, if we're going to just mountain pose, I'll demonstrate this next one. It's a chair twist. And a chair twist. We're at the front of the mat and we're going to hinge the hips, sitting into the position. And you can have hands in prayer and taking the opposite elbow over the knee. You can have more of a stretch, opening up the arms. Now we're going to hold this for 10 breaths on each side. So I hope you're ready for this. Side to side, just show them. So we're going to breathe in. to the feet flat. And as you breathe in, you're going to squeeze the glutes. You're going to have that eye gaze forwards. So when you're ready, that's how we go. That sphinx pose. What we're going to try and do is squeeze the glutes. So we've got elbows down, hands in front of the shoulders. We're pressing up with the elbows to the hands. Not doing much work, but just keeping a bit of balance. We're going to squeeze the glutes. Just going to see if you can get that chest up. I don't know if you can't get that chest all the way up, you can bring it down. You can even bring the hands a little bit more in front if you want a little bit more help. It's really good for the spine. It's a good back extension. And it's also a preparation for our next assignment, which is called Cobra Pose. So we're going to do one more breath in this pose. And then we can relax it back down. So the Cobra Pose is similar. But instead of going up the elbows, we're going up the hands. The hands are going to be underneath the shoulders. It's a little bit like up dog, but we're keeping that bend in the elbows, so we're not coming all the way up. And we try not to shrug the shoulders, and we'll press the shoulders down. Hold that strong position. Okay, let's go. And what we'll try and do is keep the elbows tucked into the sides of the body, so you might need to bring the hands a little bit closer in together. Okay, let's hold that. Hold on. So if we can bring ourselves up a little bit more, we're going to need a slight bend in the elbows. Yes, that's it. This is going to feel strong on the arms as well. You're going to feel like you're under the press. We still want a good solid bend in those elbows. And a few more breaths holding this. Keeping them elbows tucked in. 2 more breaths. Good for the back muscles. Go slowly, bring yourself down. Okay, now we can go to child's pose, which is everyone's favourite. So we get to relax. We go on the hands and knees. Take the knees a little bit wider than the hips. Big toes together. We want to sit the hips back all the way onto the heels and have the hands out in front. This is going to be an extended child's pose with the arms out in front. If you'd like to put your hands by your side, so behind your body, instead of in front, and that can relax your shoulders a little bit more, or you can have the hands out. You can even put the hands together and then rest your forehead in your hands if you'd like to as well. If you are a bit tight in the hips, you can actually sit on a block as well. Good, this is really, really good for centering and relaxing and sinking deeply into the child's pose. I'm going to hold this just for 2 more breaths. And then we've only got 2 more main asanas to do to finish off this main phase of the yoga session. Okay, when you're ready, you'd like to bring yourself back up. I'm actually going to go into a seated position. Now if you'd like to, you can sit on a block. Or you can just sit on the floor. Now this is called the intense stretch of the west. It's just like a seated forward fold. So we're going to have a good nice little back posture. And as you breathe in, we're going to reach up. And on that exhale, you're just going to fold your body forwards. And you can have the hands by the sides of your legs. You can have your knees bent a little bit more if you'd like some help on that. If you've got really tight hamstrings, then it might be nice to bend the knees. If you want even more of a challenge, we can take the hands all the way to the toes. And we're ready on that exhale. Hold that. This is good forward bend flexion, good for the hamstrings. And what's really nice about this stretch is the more you breathe into it, the better it's going to feel. Initially it might feel intense, especially on the hamstrings. the top. We've got one more main asana, main sat, the last one. So it's going to be staff pose, this is called. Okay, staff pose is just in this seated position with the hands by the hips, eye gaze facing forward, shoulder blades relaxed but in a good posture. You're going to squeeze your quads, these muscles on the tops of your legs, squeeze that quad together, lift your heels off the floor. So we just want that squeeze. We're going to hold this for 5 breaths. So really squeezing that muscles in the quads so we can lift those heels up. Very good. Let's do 3 more breaths. That's our main part of the yoga session complete. So what we're going to do now is bring ourselves to a seated position. We're going to do pranayama, which is just breath work, different types of breathing practices. If you can sit upright and you're comfortable sitting upright, or you can sit on a block, or you can lie down. If you're comfortable lying down, what we're going to do today is many different types of breathworks and pranayamas that we can do. And we're going to do yogic breath today, which is a nice simple breathwork practice. So from our seated position, we're going to start off by, if you feel comfortable, so you can close your eyes or you can keep them open, whatever you like to do. And we'll start with just normal breathing. So from your position, you're just going to take some normal breaths. We're not going to force anything. I'd like you to see and feel how your breath normally moves in and out. bring our awareness to the breath.